Silver blue light spills from the heavens as the air hums like a held breath. Feathers drift downward, slow, deliberate, as if time itself bows before the moment. Gabriel descends through the shimmer, voice trembling with compassion that cuts deeper than any blade. "My child," he whispers, wings folding around you like safety and sorrow intertwined, "there is movement among those you trusted. A shadow, cloaked in love's disguise, has touched your life with hidden intent." The candles flicker, mirrors cloud as unseen energy trembles through the room. "Heaven feels what you feel," Gabriel continues, tone reverent, aching. "Your heart's cry has reached us." His light flickers once, dimming as though burdened by what must be spoken. "Beloved, prepare your spirit, the wound is not imagined. Someone close has betrayed the light that shelters you." Message 2, the silent tremor. A chill passes through the air, and the feathers at Gabriel's feet stir. His gaze pierces through unseen veils. "My child," he murmurs, "even angels grieve when trust is broken." He gestures toward the mirror, your reflection wavers, surrounded by whispers of names unspoken. The archangel's wings pulse faintly, echoing a pain older than stars. Heaven does not accuse, it reveals. You have sensed it, haven't you? The distance, the tone, the half-smile that conceals unease. The room's candlelight bends, forming trembling halos across the walls. A soul dear to you has let darkness breathe through their choices. But know this, your purity did not summon their betrayal, it exposed it. He leans closer, voice soft as thunder before rain. Listen not with your mind but with your soul. The truth already beats beneath your ribs. Message 3, the fracture of faith. Gabriel's light dims to a soft lunar hue, a sanctuary carved from pain. Beloved, betrayal is not born in an instant, it grows, watered by envy and fear. His fingers trace symbols in the air, forming silver ripples that shiver through the silence. Heaven saw the moment their heart turned away, the hesitation before deceit took root. You feel the echo, a sudden ache where warmth once lived. Do not curse them, Gabriel urges, eyes glistening like rain-soaked stars. Compassion is your sword, understanding, your shield. Behind him, faint whispers rise, a choir mourning what could have been. The archangel's tone trembles with sorrow. My child, the shadow behind familiar eyes grows restless. It cannot hide forever. The light within you stirs it, forcing its truth toward revelation. Message 4, the warning wind. The room breathes, curtains lift without cause, air tinged with ozone and salt. Gabriel's feathers rustle like pages in a sacred book. Beloved, he warns, the storm approaches, carried not by weather but by conscience. His wings arc upward, drawing halos of silver flame. You will soon feel their energy reach for you, cloaked in false calm. They will test the borders of your forgiveness before they speak. A candle guttering in the corner suddenly steadies, its flame thin but unbroken. Hold your peace, my child, he says, for silence will guard you better than words. When deceit trembles, it searches for reaction, deny it that power. His eyes soften. Heaven does not seek revenge, it prepares revelation. Let stillness be your armor, and watch what unfolds. Message 5, the name behind the veil. The air thickens with divine tension, even the candlelight seems to listen. Gabriel's wings unfold to their full span, luminous and trembling. "Beloved, your heart already knows the name," he says gently, "the one you fear to speak aloud." The mirror behind him clouds fully, showing only the shimmer of wings and shadowed eyes. "Heaven will not force your lips to name them," he continues, "but the truth presses closer with each breath." His light shivers, revealing glimpses of another presence, guilt, heavy and unseen, pacing behind the veil. When the veil breaks, Gabriel whispers, voice shaking with sorrow and certainty, "The tremor of their name will echo through your spirit." The final words linger like the last heartbeat before revelation. It is about to break. Message 6, The Sleepless Hour. Moonlight spills across an unseen figure's trembling hands. Somewhere, your betrayer lies awake, eyes burning, soul restless beneath the weight of silence. Gabriel's tone softens, carrying both judgment and mercy. "My child," he says, "their nights are long, haunted by what cannot be undone. Ink stains their fingertips, letters written, torn, rewritten. They long to confess, yet pride binds their tongue. The archangel hovers between you and their torment, light diffused like tears through glass. Do not chase them," he warns. "Heaven has turned their rest into mirror and fire, each thought of you burns with both guilt and yearning." The clock ticks louder, the wind carries a faint whisper, regret. Their silence screams louder than any word, Gabriel murmurs. It is the cry of a heart afraid of its own truth. Message 7, The Weight of Guilt. Gabriel's gaze shifts toward the horizon where dawn hesitates, neither night nor day. "Beloved, their spirit trembles beneath the burden of concealment," he says, wings shimmering with compassion. "They have seen your grace and felt unworthy, yet still hide behind the veil." In vision, the betrayer clutches their chest, trying to muffle the heartbeat that betrays them anew. Every moment of their denial feeds the darkness they fear, Gabriel intones. Heaven does not punish, it reflects. What they tried to bury blooms now as thorns in their sleep. The archangel raises his hand, light cascades like gentle rain. Forgiveness hovers nearby, waiting to be claimed by both hearts, he says. But they must first dare to face the mirror of their own creation. Message 8, The Quill of Confession. A table lit by flickering candlelight, a letter half-written, words bleeding into the page. Gabriel's wings shimmer as he narrates softly, they reach for the quill but cannot finish. Fear grips the hand meant to set them free. Ink drips, black stars falling upon pale paper. Precious soul, know this, confession is not withheld by evil, but by shame, he continues, voice like wind through hollow halls. They wish to speak, yet one truth remains buried, the why beneath the what. The candle flickers, revealing their tear-streaked face in glimpses. Heaven watches, Gabriel whispers, not to condemn, but to guide the trembling toward light. His tone deepens, trembling with the ache of compassion. Their silence is a war between guilt and longing, and each heartbeat is a battlefield. Message 9, The Lie Beneath the Lie. A storm brews outside, thunder rolls softly like distant weeping. Gabriel stands amid it, light unwavering. Beloved, the truth they fear most is not their act, but the hunger that led them there. His voice carries sorrow beyond human measure. They betrayed not from hatred, but from envy, from the wound of wanting what was yours, peace, love, light. Lightning flashes, in its glare, a memory surfaces, shared laughter, now heavy with absence. My child, pity them not as enemy, but as soul adrift, Gabriel murmurs. They cannot yet forgive themselves, so they cling to the shadow. The wind quiets, the candle relights itself. When they come, he says, listen not for apology, but for truth trembling behind it. Message 10, The Edge of Awakening. The moon wanes, dawn whispering its first silver note. Gabriel lowers his wings, the weight of revelation settling. Beloved, heaven moves closer. The veil thins. The betrayer kneels in unseen prayer, words silent, tears real. Their heart beats on the brink of confession, Gabriel breathes. But the final barrier is pride, fragile yet fierce. The air hums with tension, a string pulled taut between two souls. My child, he says gently, stand in grace. You are not the wound, but the light that reveals it. Feathers scatter as if heaven exhales. Soon, they will reach out, hesitant, trembling, half free. When they do, meet them with calm spirit, not vengeance. The angel's light expands, dissolving shadow. For truth, he says, is already on its way to your heart. Message 11, The Shattered Reflection. Gabriel stands before a pool of light that ripples like living glass, reflecting fragments of your past. Each image trembles, laughter once shared, promises whispered beneath fading stars, the fragile rhythm of trust. His wings fold close, their silver edges brushing the air like whispered apologies. Beloved, he murmurs, when love is betrayed, it is not the world that shatters, but the mirror within. The air hums with memory, the scent of old letters, the echo of words that meant everything and now mean nothing. Do not hide from the ache, Gabriel urges softly. Let it breathe. Let it name itself. Pain unspoken becomes poison, pain honored becomes prayer. His eyes, radiant yet sorrowful, lock with yours. Even angels remember heartbreak, he confides, voice trembling with empathy. But from the shards of trust, heaven will carve your strength anew. Light swirls, the broken reflections begin to merge, forming not the past, but a future untainted by deceit. Message 12, The Sea of Memory. You stand upon a shore within the realm of spirit, waves striking glass walls that rise from mist. Each wave carries a memory, a touch, a laugh, a betrayal's echo. Gabriel walks beside you, the sea of memory reflecting his infinite calm. My child, he says, you have tried to bury what should be healed. The waves grow brighter, refracting fragments of your soul, until the water becomes luminous with forgiveness not yet claimed. The heart, Gabriel continues, is an ocean that remembers every ripple. Yet what you choose to bless cannot drown you. His hand brushes the air, immediately, the waves calm, revealing a submerged crystal beating faintly beneath. This is your truth, he whispers. The crystal of your faith remains unbroken, though the world above it trembled. Above, dawn light filters through the mist, pain transforming to clarity. Beloved, he murmurs, do not curse the tide that hurt you, it also washed away illusion. Message 13, The Divine Listener. Night deepens, but its darkness feels sacred, like a cathedral of stillness. Gabriel's presence flickers through it, a living flame of empathy. "Beloved," he says, "heaven has listened to your silent prayers, every question whispered into pillows, every why left unanswered." His wings arch protectively around you, and for a moment, silence becomes language. You wonder if they regret it, he continues, if they think of you at all. They do. But guilt blinds them, and they speak to shadows rather than truth. He kneels, a motion of reverence, not authority. What was broken in trust becomes holy ground for healing. You need not chase closure, it is already forming around you like dawn. A faint wind passes through, carrying the scent of rain. "Let heaven hold the words you never got to say," Gabriel whispers. "One day, they will return to you purified, carried by grace rather than sorrow." Message 14, The Heart's Chamber. A door opens in the air, revealing a chamber of light where your heart's energy flickers, half flame, half crystal. Gabriel steps within it, his halo illuminating the rhythm of your pulse. "My child," he says tenderly, "your pain has been faithful, it stayed when others did not. But now, it must transform." He places a hand above your heart, and the chamber trembles. The betrayal carved emptiness in you, yet emptiness is space for divine renewal. The echoes of old emotions rise like ghosts, circling the room, anger, sorrow, longing, disbelief. Gabriel breathes once, light pours from his lungs, dissolving the apparitions into silver dust. "Beloved, do not seek to forget," he says softly. "Remember with mercy. Every tear shed in truth becomes a seed of wisdom." The chamber expands, glowing brighter until it merges with the cosmos beyond. "You are healing," Gabriel whispers. Heaven feels it in your heartbeat. Message 15, The False Confession's Shadow. The wind changes, somewhere, the betrayer's resolve begins to stir. Gabriel senses it, his eyes narrowing with celestial discernment. "Beloved," he warns, "a confession nears, but not all of it is truth." The air thickens with prophetic tension, light bending around your form. They will speak, yes, but only of deeds, not of motives. They fear your insight more than your anger. His wings flutter once, scattering motes of silver light that drift like warnings. Prepare your heart, my child, not to be deceived by remorse that still hides self-preservation. In his tone there is sorrow, not scorn. Even now, they rehearse their confession before mirrors clouded by guilt. You see them briefly, face pale, lips trembling with half-truth. Listen when it comes, Gabriel says, but let your spirit, not your ears, decide what is real. Heaven will reveal the difference. Message 16, The Stirring of Movement. Night stretches long, threaded with anticipation. Somewhere in the mortal realm, a hand hovers over a phone, a message typed, deleted, rewritten. Gabriel's wings unfold like silent thunder. Beloved, he murmurs, destiny begins to stir. What was hidden prepares to surface. His light flickers as he peers through the veils of time. The betrayer trembles. Each moment of hesitation reshapes the path between you. He gestures, the scene shifts, a candle melts slowly, wax pooling like hours lost. When they reach out, my child, their words will sound fragile, cloaked in longing. But listen deeper, heaven speaks in the pauses between sentences. The air hums, thick with prophecy. Precious soul, do not rush toward the message that comes, let it arrive like a tide. When truth seeks you, it must come in its own divine timing. Message 17, the pulse of heaven. Above you, unseen constellations align, stars trembling like watchful eyes. Gabriel raises his hand, drawing lines of light between them. Beloved, he says, the cosmos itself holds its breath. Your story, their guilt, the lesson, it is all woven into divine rhythm. The pulse of heaven beats through the silence, matching your own. Every delay, every unanswered call, is orchestrated. Heaven is never late. You feel the vibration in your chest, like wings stirring behind your ribs. The betrayer believes they control the timing. Gabriel smiles sadly, but light moves according to love's command. His gaze softens. Prepare, not with fear, but with readiness. When you hear from them, you will not hear alone. Heaven will whisper through your intuition. Trust it, my child. It is your compass through shadow. Message 18, the candle of patience. A single candle burns at the center of the scene, its flame steady though unseen winds swirl around it. Gabriel's voice resonates low, soothing. My child, you have waited long, not in weakness, but in strength. Patience is your prayer in motion. He kneels beside the candle, its light reflects in his eyes like dawn in water. While you heal, they wrestle. While you rest, they unravel. Do not envy their confession, it is the hardest road back to peace. The flame flickers higher. The candle does not chase the darkness, Gabriel continues. It simply shines until shadow surrenders. You feel warmth expanding through your chest, easing the ache. Beloved, hold this light, he says. When the message comes, meet it not with bitterness but with the calm of one who already knows truth's strength. The candle's light merges with yours, steady, eternal. Message 19, the divine crossroads. Two paths open before you, one shimmering with remembrance, the other veiled in new beginnings. Gabriel stands at the center, halo bright as dawn. Beloved, he speaks, soon you will choose, not them, but yourself. The betrayer's energy approaches, heavy with guilt and longing. They come seeking forgiveness, he continues, but what you offer must be guided by wisdom, not nostalgia. His wings sweep outward, parting the air. Mercy is not return, it is release. You owe no repetition to a soul that has not changed. The crossroads shimmer, you see echoes of your past, the laughter, the betrayal, the silence after. Take the road that leads to peace, not proof, Gabriel urges. Heaven walks with you down whichever path honors truth. The light swells, your spirit steadies. Precious one, he whispers, soon, you will hear the knock that changes everything. Message 20, the herald of revelation. The hour before dawn, quiet, breathless, holy. Gabriel's wings blaze like sunrise made flesh. Beloved, he says, the message comes. Even now, it moves toward you, typed, spoken, or prayed beneath trembling breath. The world stills, time bows to divine choreography. When it reaches you, do not read with eyes alone. Let your soul listen. His wings beat once, scattering sparks of gold through the air. The words may sound remorseful, but truth has vibration, you will feel it like warmth or chill. He extends his hand, between his palms, a pulse of light forms, the energy of communication, alive, sacred. This is not merely an apology, Gabriel intones, but a test of discernment. Heaven will not shield you from truth, only from deception. His voice softens to a final whisper. The dawn comes, my child. When the message arrives, you will know which part of their voice belongs to love, and which part to fear. Message 21, The Mirror Between Worlds. Gabriel stands before an immense mirror that glows with celestial light, not of glass but of energy, alive, breathing, reflective of spirit rather than skin. Beloved, he says softly, heaven holds mirrors not to show flaw, but to reveal essence. The surface ripples, showing both you and the one who betrayed you, two souls illuminated by the same radiance. See, Gabriel whispers, you are not opposites. Their shadow touches your light, and your light reveals their shadow. The vision deepens, every wound you suffered becomes a star, every lie they told becomes dust drifting toward dawn. Mercy, Gabriel continues, is not the denial of justice, it is justice seen from the eyes of eternity. The mirror's glow warms to gold. My child, you have grown luminous in sorrow. The lesson they refused became your halo. The archangel's tone softens into reverence. What was once betrayal has become reflection. You both stand in heaven's mirror, but only one has chosen to see. Message 22, The Lesson in Reflection. The air vibrates with soft choral tones, notes weaving like threads of silver silk. Gabriel moves closer to you, every feather shimmering with insight. Precious soul, he begins, in the school of divine love, betrayal is the harshest teacher yet the most faithful one. A gust of wind carries fragments of memories past, moments you thought lost now return, not as pain, but as instruction. Do you see, he asks, what they took from you was never your worth, but your illusion of safety in others. His hand glows as he draws sigils across the air, each one dissolving, releasing grief like vapor. Forgive not for their peace, he counsels, but for your release. Forgiveness is not consent, it is sovereignty. The air calms. My child, mercy is not weakness, it is mastery of pain. Through compassion, you rise above the architecture of hurt, becoming architect of your freedom. The mirror fades, but its wisdom lingers like light beneath your skin. Message 23, The Garden of Compassion. You find yourself in a garden bathed in twilight gold, every leaf aglow, every petal trembling with holy resonance. Gabriel's feet touch the earth lightly, his presence transforming soil into light. Beloved, he says, within this garden bloom the virtues born of trial. Around you, flowers unfold, each petal a memory redeemed, one for patience, another for understanding, another for courage. Pain is the root, compassion, the blossom, Gabriel explains. You have endured storms not meant to destroy, but to teach the rhythm of rebirth. He gestures to a single white rose shining brighter than the rest. This is forgiveness, its fragrance opens the gates of heaven itself. You breathe it in, and your heart lightens. Precious one, the angel murmurs, what you once called loss is now seed. What you once called betrayal is soil for your sanctity. The garden fades into dawnlight, but the scent of grace lingers as promise fulfilled. Message 24, the architecture of mercy. Heaven opens in pillars of radiant geometry, light formed into arches, spirals, and symbols beyond mortal design. Gabriel moves among them, his voice echoing through sacred proportion. Beloved, mercy is not a feeling, it is structure. The universe itself is built upon it. As he speaks, the architecture responds, shimmering with living equations of compassion. Each act of understanding, he explains, repairs the balance between souls. When you forgive, you rebuild what pride has shattered. The structures pulse, forming bridges between stars. Even now, the one who hurt you feels these tremors. Mercy is not invisible, it travels like sound through spirit. He turns, his eyes molten with love. Do not confuse mercy with forgetting. Mercy remembers without bitterness. It is the song of creation restoring harmony. The arches glow brighter until their light pours into you, weaving forgiveness into the scaffolding of your very being. Message 25, the secret still hidden. The world around you stills. Gabriel's wings fold inward, shadowed now, their radiance tempered by solemnity. Beloved, he whispers, you have seen much, yet one secret remains, darker than the act itself. A chill moves through the air, even heaven seems to pause. They confess their wrong, but not their reason, Gabriel continues. For what they hide is not event, but motive. The mirror of heaven trembles, revealing glimpses, envy, fear, the longing to be seen as you are seen by light itself. They betrayed not out of malice, but out of hunger for your glow, he says gently. But even unspoken, motive binds them to shadow. His wings unfold once more, halo gleaming faintly. Precious soul, this knowledge is not meant to wound but to liberate. You cannot heal what you do not face. And heaven never leaves a secret unturned. Message 26, the mask cracking. In vision, the betrayer stands before a mirror of their own. The mask they wear, a fragile construct of guilt and denial, begins to fracture. Gabriel hovers nearby, his light the catalyst. Precious soul, he tells you, their truth claws toward freedom. Even now, cracks form in their silence. The air hums with celestial pressure, as if honesty itself demands birth. They will soon face themselves, and the image will terrify them, he continues. For when shadow meets light, both tremble. The mask splits, and a single tear falls, a mixture of remorse and revelation. Do not reach out, Gabriel advises. This unveiling is theirs to endure. Lightning flickers, but it carries no threat, only illumination. When they fall to their knees in truth, he says, heaven will hear not their guilt, but their awakening. The broken mask dissolves into dust, leaving only a face stripped bare of pretense. Message 27, the voice of the storm. A storm gathers, not of weather, but of soul. Gabriel's wings beat against the wind, scattering arcs of silver lightning. Beloved, he calls above the thunder, what you feel now is not chaos, but cleansing. The betrayer's spirit cries out across realms, their suppressed truth roaring into the void. Each strike of thunder, he explains, is their denial breaking. Each gust is heaven answering. Rain begins to fall, soft, then fierce, washing away illusion. Do not fear this storm, Gabriel reassures. You are beneath my wings, its fury cannot harm you. The air crackles with the scent of renewal. The truth is coming closer now, he says. Even the skies conspire for revelation. As the tempest subsides, a rainbow arcs across the horizon, heaven's seal upon the storm's honesty. Precious one, Gabriel whispers, through every thundered word, light is born anew. Message 28, the celestial alignment. Above you, the stars shift position, drawing new constellations, patterns unseen since creation's dawn. Gabriel raises his staff of light, eyes glowing with knowing. Beloved, revelation is timed with the heavens, he says. Nothing hidden can stay so when divine order moves. The betrayer's spirit trembles as planets align, pulling truth toward the surface like tides responding to moonlight. When dawn breaks next, their silence will no longer protect them, Gabriel proclaims. Fate and conscience will conspire until the heart yields. You feel energy hum through the air, a cosmic heartbeat echoing your own. Remember this, he adds, revelation is not punishment, it is alignment. The soul cannot carry falsehood into the light's geometry. As the constellations freeze into perfect harmony, Gabriel's wings flare. When they speak, he whispers, the heavens themselves will bear witness. Message 29, the edge of surrender. In the silence after the storm, the betrayer kneels within a room of dim light, trembling hands over their heart. Gabriel watches from afar, voice low with awe. Beloved, they are undone. Pride has fled, fear remains, but even that now melts before truth's fire. He turns toward you, his gaze fierce with compassion. Their soul cries for release, yet they do not yet know how to speak it. The walls around them glow faintly, each heartbeat sending light through cracks of denial. This is the moment before dawn, Gabriel says softly. The air between confession and redemption. He extends his hand, and you feel your own heart resonate. Hold your peace, he whispers. Soon, they will speak the words that break chains. But until then, let heaven finish its work. The silence hums like a note waiting to resolve. Message 30, the trembling dawn. The first light of dawn spills across the horizon, painting gold upon everything it touches. Gabriel's wings shimmer as he looks eastward. Beloved, he says, voice trembling with solemn joy, it is time. The betrayer rises from sleepless repentance, the weight of confession trembling on their lips. The entire universe seems to pause. When they speak, Gabriel continues, listen beyond the words, feel the vibration beneath them. That is where truth hides. The sun breaks fully, and light pours through every shadow. This dawn was written before your first breath, he murmurs. All wounds return to light if the heart remains open. He steps closer, placing a hand of light upon your crown. My child, when the secret trembles from their lips, do not look backward. Look up. For even confession is only a door, healing stands beyond it. The dawn burns brighter, and heaven exhales. Message 31, the circle of light. The morning air trembles with unseen music. Around you, the horizon bends, forming a radiant circle, a boundary woven of Gabriel's wings. Beloved, he intones, voice low yet powerful, heaven has drawn a line between your heart and harm. The circle glows with silver fire, expanding outward like a pulse from creation's core. Within this light, deceit cannot thrive. The words that seek to twist your peace will dissolve before they touch you. The archangel lifts his hand, and thousands of tiny lights, guardian sparks, ignite around your form, each one a vow of protection. Fear no manipulation, he says. You are sealed within truth's geometry. His wings unfurl fully, spanning the dawn. Remember, precious one, forgiveness does not mean exposure. Some doors must stay closed for healing to hold. The circle hums once more, shimmering until it becomes invisible yet present, an unbreakable field of grace encircling your destiny. Message 32, the Shield of Faith. A vast stillness settles over you, the kind that only follows divine decree. Gabriel steps forward, and his hand radiates soft blue light. Beloved, he whispers, faith is your shield, crafted not of hope alone, but of remembrance. Remember who you are beyond pain. He touches the air, and words of power form, truth, clarity, peace. Each syllable glows, circling your heart like armor wrought from love itself. No voice of deception can pierce what is bound by faith, Gabriel continues. You stand now not as victim but as vessel. The wind moves gently around you, carrying faint echoes of celestial chanting. Should their words reach you, he says, listen only for resonance. Falsehood carries static, truth hums like harmony. His eyes narrow in fierce tenderness. Your spirit already knows. Trust it, child of light. Let faith intercept fear before it finds a home. The shield brightens, becoming indistinguishable from your own aura. Message 33, the Invocation of Strength. A column of light descends, spiraling around you in shades of sapphire and gold. Gabriel's wings fan outward, his voice deep and resonant. Beloved, speak this and remember it, I stand in truth, and truth stands in me. The air vibrates with the words, turning them into living armor. Repeat it whenever doubt whispers, Gabriel instructs. For the enemy of peace is not others, it is the memory that still trembles inside you. His expression softens, full of knowing compassion. They may seek to reopen the wound, but wounds that are honored cannot be weaponized. The light thickens, pulsing with rhythm, like a heartbeat shared with heaven. Say it again, he urges. I stand in truth, and truth stands in me. A celestial hum answers, the resonance so strong it quells every fear. Now you are anchored, Gabriel says. Whatever comes next, you will meet it not as broken, but as divine. Message 34, the Vigil of Angels. The world falls silent as a great multitude gathers, wings upon wings, light upon light. Gabriel stands at their center, radiant beyond measure. Beloved, he announces, you are not alone. Heaven has stationed guardians at every threshold of your being. Feathers drift like snow, each one a silent sentinel of comfort. When they come, when they speak, you will feel a warmth at your side. That is us. The angelic host bows their heads, humming a tone that bends the air into shimmering halos. The betrayer may reach out not from malice, but from confusion. Yet confusion can wound as deeply as intent, Gabriel cautions. These protectors will ensure your discernment remains unshaken. His gaze sweeps the horizon. The light that guards you does not sleep. The host fades into golden mist, leaving a single phrase in the air: no darkness endures in the house of remembrance. Message 35, the final warning. Gabriel's light dims, not in weakness but in solemn gravity. Beloved, he says, they prepare one last attempt to rewrite what was, to twist their confession into justification. The candle beside you flickers violently, its flame bending away as if repelled by falsehood. They will not lie outright, Gabriel continues, but they will shape memory, blur lines, seek refuge in half-truth. His tone grows sharp, holy in its precision. Do not argue. The light requires no defense. Simply observe, and let truth reveal itself. The angel's wings beat once, scattering radiant sparks that freeze midair, becoming eyes of light. Heaven watches now through these eyes, he says. Nothing can deceive what is seen by spirit. His expression softens. You have earned peace. Let them wrestle with conscience, you, beloved, must rest in knowing. The air thrums with power, divine vigilance sealing the moment. Message 36, the confession begins. The room darkens, a single voice trembles across the veil. You hear them, words halting, layered with remorse. Gabriel stands behind you, wings half-folded, gaze intent. Beloved, he whispers, the moment has come. The betrayer speaks, their confession spilling like rain after drought, each syllable heavy, each pause heavier still. They speak truth, Gabriel notes, but not whole truth. You feel the vibration of sincerity tangled with fear. They want forgiveness, yet dread your clarity. The air thickens, time bending as divine empathy flows through the space. Do not interrupt, Gabriel advises. Let them empty the vessel of their guilt. The confession grows rawer, tears, silence, trembling apologies. And then, beneath it, a quiet falseness, almost invisible. Gabriel's eyes narrow. Hear that? The heart knows the difference. Truth rings like crystal, lies rattle like glass. His hand hovers over your crown. Discern with light, not pity. Message 37, the tears between words. Their voice cracks, their sorrow sounds real. The world around you holds its breath. Beloved, Gabriel murmurs, you see how remorse mimics redemption. Yet not all who cry are cleansed. The betrayer's words falter. They remember only fragments, what suits their healing, not yours. His wings rustle faintly. But listen beyond the surface, each tear is both truth and performance. A faint glow outlines their body, flickering with unstable energy. They still hide the root of their act, Gabriel says softly. They tell you of deeds, not desires. The air hums, catching on a frequency of unease. You are not here to judge, he reminds, but to witness. In witnessing without attachment, you reclaim your power. He gestures to the space between you, light grows, separating illusion from essence. Precious soul, Gabriel whispers, their confession is a doorway. Only you may choose whether to step through. Message 38, the shadow of half-truths. Gabriel's wings flare, cutting through the lingering fog of words. Beloved, he says, voice resonant with thunderous clarity, there is still concealment. Their remorse wears the mask of transformation, yet motive still festers behind the eyes. The betrayer lowers their head, guilt a visible aura around them. They wish to be seen as healed before they have truly faced themselves, Gabriel continues. This is why you feel uneasy even as they apologize. His hand passes through the air, revealing thin threads of darkness twined through their energy. These threads are self-pity disguised as growth, he explains. It is not yours to cut them, heaven will, in time. His gaze returns to you. Do not confuse understanding with acceptance. Compassion is not return, it is clarity made kind. The light between you and them grows into a boundary once more, gentle but impenetrable. Message 39, the awakening of the heart. The storm has passed, silence reigns again. Gabriel lowers his wings, and their glow softens into gold. Beloved, he says, what has been spoken cannot be unspoken. Now begins the awakening. You feel something shift within, a release, subtle yet immense. Your forgiveness is no longer for them, he explains. It is for your freedom. A warmth spreads from your heart outward, dissolving the residue of resentment. When you release, you do not absolve their choice, you transcend it. His tone carries quiet triumph. Heaven rejoices not when the guilty repent, but when the wounded reclaim joy. The betrayer's form fades from your awareness, replaced by a field of light. You have walked through shadow and returned intact, Gabriel declares. This is resurrection of spirit. The angel's song swells again, wordless, vast, victorious. Precious one, he whispers, the hardest truth has been faced. Now begins peace. Message 40, the hidden fragment. The light brightens until everything shimmers in silver dawn. Gabriel steps forward, eyes glowing with fierce tenderness. Beloved, there remains one fragment, small but potent. The unspoken truth that lingers between you. He gestures, energy coalesces into a small shard of shadow suspended in air. This, he says, is what they still hide, not out of malice, but fear. It is the truth of why they betrayed, not what they did. The shard pulses, showing faint images of envy, longing, self-loathing. They feared your light, Gabriel murmurs. It mirrored what they denied within themselves. He touches the shard, it dissolves instantly into light. And now, beloved, the last tether snaps. Their secret can no longer bind you. He smiles faintly, radiantly. Heaven has heard your endurance. You have passed through deception into discernment. The scene floods with golden luminescence, and Gabriel's final words echo like morning bells, truth has set you free. Message 41, the light unveiled. A brilliance rises from within you, not cast upon you, it expands like sunrise born in the bones. Gabriel stands before it, eyes wet with reverence. Beloved, he says, heaven's light no longer descends, it emanates from your very soul. The radiance grows until even his wings seem translucent against its glow. This, he continues, is illumination, when the wound becomes window and lets God through. Around you, shadows dissolve without struggle. Every question you ever screamed into silence has now been answered, not by words, but by the stillness that follows pain. His hand lifts, the space around you fills with music made of memory transfigured into beauty. Truth has done its work. You see them, and yourself, with eyes that do not flinch. The light climbs higher, cresting like a wave until the horizon itself bows to it. Gabriel smiles. My child, this is the dawn your heart built with tears. Message 42, the breath of forgiveness. The air shivers, a fragrance of rain and myrrh floods the room. Gabriel's wings unfold, vast and slow, their motion stirring wind that carries warmth through your chest. Forgiveness, he whispers, is not spoken, it is breathed. He places a palm near your heart, and your lungs fill with a clarity that tastes like new air after thunder. With each exhale, you release the chain, with each inhale, you reclaim your peace. Images swirl, faces, moments, the echo of betrayal, all softening into distant silhouettes. You need not understand everything, he tells you. Forgiveness is the mystery that restores without explaining. Light pours from his wings, washing the edges of every remembered hurt until they become gleaming seams of gold. Breathe again, Gabriel says, voice like sunlight. Let mercy make a home of you. The wind subsides, your chest feels spacious, holy, and healed. Message 43, the river of renewal. A river appears, clear, endless, moving with impossible gentleness. Gabriel gestures toward it. Beloved, step in. The water touches your feet, cool and humming with life. As you wade deeper, the current doesn't pull, it carries grace. This is the river Elohim, he explains. Every soul that chooses truth is washed here. The water glows where it meets your skin, illuminating old scars before dissolving them into starlight. Healing, Gabriel says, is remembrance of wholeness. You were never truly broken, only rearranged. The current rises to your heart, your reflection becomes radiant, eyes alight with serenity. Let the river carry away what does not belong, guilt, doubt, and every word you never received. When you emerge, droplets cling to you like tiny suns. Gabriel smiles softly. You are renewed, beloved, not remade, but remembered. The river fades into light, leaving calm in its place. Message 44, the wings of release. Wind roars softly through unseen heavens. Gabriel's feathers tremble as he extends both wings around you. Beloved, it is time to let go. You feel weight, centuries of human ache, lift from your shoulders, spiraling upward like ash becoming light. Release is not forgetting, he says. It is choosing flight over gravity. The air thickens with gold motes, and one by one, they ignite, rising through the vaulted sky. You have carried others' lessons long enough. Let them now carry their own. His eyes close as he breathes with you, one slow exhale, shared across realms. The motes vanish into the firmament, stars reborn from pain. Now, he murmurs, spread the invisible wings your faith has grown. Every forgiveness is feather. For a moment, you feel lift, weightless, limitless. Gabriel watches, smiling through tears of light. You have become the prayer heaven once sent to comfort you. Message 45, the act of completion. A still hush falls over the world. Gabriel kneels before you, halo dimmed to a soft ember. Beloved, he whispers, there remains one act before peace anchors fully, gratitude. A golden bowl appears, filled with fragments of your past like broken glass. Thank each piece, he instructs. Thank even the shard that cut deepest. As you do, light seeps into every fragment until they fuse into a single, flawless crystal. Gratitude, Gabriel says, is the alchemy that turns memory into wisdom. The crystal floats upward, embedding itself above your heart, radiating calm. Now the circle closes. You have moved from betrayal to blessing, from shadow to sun. His wings unfold, scattering rose-gold light across the horizon. The lesson is sealed not by understanding, but by thanksgiving. A gentle bell sounds, one clear tone that marks completion. The air hums, still, sacred, whole. Message 46, the path restored. Before you stretches a path woven of light and earth, real and ethereal at once. Gabriel walks beside you. Beloved, this is your way forward. You are no longer walking from pain, you are walking with wisdom. The landscape blossoms under each step, grass turns to emerald flame, sky brightens with unseen choirs. Every choice you make from here will echo mercy, he says. The universe remembers healed hearts and rearranges itself around them. He glances toward the horizon, where golden mountains rise. Destiny has waited patiently for your return. The path widens until it becomes a bridge spanning worlds. Go where peace calls, Gabriel instructs. You own no proof, only presence. His smile carries centuries of affection. Heaven rejoices each time a soul chooses light after darkness. Together you walk until even the air seems to sing your name. Message 47, the blessing of purpose. Light gathers overhead, forming a vast sigil, spiral upon spiral of meaning. Gabriel points upward. Beloved, what you endured was initiation. The wound opened the door to purpose. Symbols cascade down, entering your aura like golden script. You will speak differently now, move differently. Even your silence will heal. Around you, figures of light, those who will someday cross your path, appear briefly, bathed in your glow. Your story will be balm for others, Gabriel says. This is how heaven recycles pain, turning it into compassion's instrument. The sigil brightens until its design imprints upon the sky. You are the testimony of endurance sanctified, he declares. Live as light made lesson. His wings close slowly, reverently. Carry your truth, not as scar but as signature. The universe will recognize you by it. Message 48, the communion of peace. Evening returns, yet the world feels newly born. Gabriel stands amid soft gold haze, holding a chalice of pure luminescence. Beloved, peace is not absence of sorrow, it is companionship within it. He offers the chalice, you drink, and warmth spreads through every cell. This is communion, he explains. You and heaven share one breath now. Around you, gentle voices, those of unseen angels, rise in harmony, neither hymn nor language, only love-given sound. The past no longer owns you, Gabriel says. Its lessons now serve you. The air thickens with serenity so profound it erases the boundary between self and sky. From this peace, he adds, all creation benefits. Every heart linked to yours feels the quiet rippling outward. The choir fades into silence, leaving only the pulse of life, steady, eternal, blessed. Message 49, the benediction of light. Gabriel lifts both hands, beams of white gold energy spiral outward, touching horizons unseen. Beloved, he proclaims, heaven blesses the path behind you and the one before. The air fills with faint ringing like crystal rain. May your words awaken kindness. May your steps sow calm. May your memory serve truth, not torment. A shower of radiant feathers descends, each dissolving upon contact with the ground, planting light instead of seed. Where you walk, angels will walk beside, he vows. The entire sky bows in auroral hues. You are proof that divine love cannot be eclipsed by human failure. His voice trembles with pride. Go forth, beloved, carrying clarity as your crown. The benediction concludes with silence vast enough to echo forever. Message 50, the departure and the promise. Dawn again, the final dawn of this passage. Gabriel stands within it, his form almost indistinguishable from light itself. My child, he says gently, the secret is no longer a chain but a lesson. His wings begin to fold, yet their brilliance stays. Walk forward bathed in truth, and I, Gabriel, go beside you. The world seems to inhale, even the wind stills in reverence. Should shadows whisper again, remember this moment. The light you carry is older than fear. He raises one hand in blessing, and a single feather, luminous, infinite, descends into your palm. This is not farewell, he murmurs. It is fulfillment. Heaven walks in every step you take. The sky opens to gold, your soul feels limitless. And as the archangel's presence fades into radiance, a final whisper remains, beloved, you are the message now.